Hi, welcome back to Drum Dog, and today's a bit of a sad day.
It's time for me to say goodbye to something I hold dearly.
Okay, so today there seems to be something missing from the studio, Nick.
I think this story begins a long time ago when I was a wee little whippersnapper into heavy metal big time, and I was ogling over these Tama catalogues that I picked up from a drum show. And a certain Bubinga drum kit caught my attention. And it caught my attention for a very long time, and I longed after this drum kit for a very long time. I think back to the scene in Wayne's World, she will be mine. And one day I was lucky enough to actually pick up this kit secondhand, and it is, if you guys follow the channel, you will have seen it already. It is my Tama Starclassic Bubinga Elite, and it is a rather pretty drum kit.
So the Tama has been the main kit, the main teaching kit for our lesson packs and our YouTube channel, but it is time to move it on and replace it with something else, and we are going to reveal that drum kit in next week's video. But today's not about that drum kit. Today we're going to look back at your Bubinga kit, look at the specs, and show it off a little.
Now this kit is 8 plies of solid Bubinga, with that outer ply being that quilted Bubinga finish, because this is that quilted Mocha burst, which was the kit in that magazine that caught my attention all that time ago, and it is an absolutely stunning finish. Now these are relatively thin drums, with the toms and the floor tom only being 7mm thick, and the bass drum only being 1 more mil at 8mm thick. But that doesn't mean to say they are not heavy. These drums weigh an absolute ton. Now I did gig them a couple times the duration I've owned them. I've had them 5 years now. Well, nearly 6. But as soon as we got the Drum Dog studio together, it was resigned to being a studio kit for A, keeping it pretty and looking after that finish, and B, because these things are just so heavy, I didn't really want to be carrying them around and slipping a disc one day. These drums are fairly big drums. It is a 22x18 kick drum, a 10x8 rack, a 12x9 rack, and a 16x14 floor tom. So they're big and loud and, well, deep sounding. With that Bubinga really does give it a lot of low end. I never find myself boosting any low end in the mix, that's for sure.
So if you love it so much, why get rid of it?
As much as, well, the kit was always my dream kit, and I think that's the easiest way to describe it, is that from growing up, like I said, when I was a massive metalhead, that kit was my dream kit, and it had the tone I wanted, and it was brash and loud and had loads of power, which is sometimes a bit too much. So a while ago I picked up the red Stage Custom that you can see behind us, which you've also seen in a couple of our previous videos. And on a couple recent recording sessions in the studio for some music that I've really enjoyed, I've actually opted to use the Stage Custom over the Bubinga because it's a little more dynamic. It's a little bit less aggressive. It's a little bit less in your face, and it allows a little bit more room for dynamics. I think it's the easiest way I could sum it up.
Oh, cool.
And the fact that I'm enjoying that does give you a hint at what I might be replacing it with. But don't get me wrong, I am very sad to see the Tama go. If I had the money to keep both kits, I definitely would, but I don't. So I do have to, unfortunately, say goodbye to it. It's been a fantastic 6 years, which I feel lucky to have had it for, to be honest. So.
Yeah, cool. So in next week's video, we will have the new kit set up, and we're going to do a proper deep dive into the construction and the sound of it. So stay tuned, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you then.